Hey there, guys. Looks like we have a question about a problem that we had on homework, and it asked about a prism, and it said a triangular prism that had bases of 8, and they had equilateral triangles. So that's really important to know. So I drew a quick picture here. You can see I've got a triangular base, and since it's a prism, that base gets stretched out. Now I like to talk about that kind of like, I'll tell you guys to think of that sort of like as a pancake, that flat-shaped pancake that gets stretched out for a prism, okay? So here's what we look at if we just focus in on one of those bases of that equilateral triangle, and we don't know the height, so we can't find the area of that base, but if we use the Pythagorean theorem, we can kind of hone in on half of that triangle, and we've got the base of 4, or sorry, the side of 4, the hypotenuse of 8. So we just do the Pythagorean theorem, x squared plus 4x equals 8, x squared plus 4 squared equals 8 squared. Go ahead and solve, and you get x equals 6.928. So that's the height of our triangle now. So now we can do our area of our base. We can do base times our height, 6.298, times 1/2, right? So just plug those into the formula for the area of a triangle, and you're going to get 27.712. Okay, so we're not done yet. All we found was the flat pancake, right? The area of that triangle. So now let's look ahead to the volume, okay? So the next part of the question asks about, all right, well, the height is 5 of our shape, so that means we've got 5 pancakes stacked up for our prism, and maybe the stack fell over, it doesn't matter, but you find the big area base, okay, the area of that base, big B, base, and then you multiply it by that height of 5. So if we have 27.712, we're going to multiply that by 5, and we're going to get this answer for our 3-dimensional shape volume. Okay, so the next question is, if we were to double the height, how would that impact the volume of our entire shape? Well, you can imagine, just like if I had 5 pancakes that are a certain amount, if I double that, that's going to just double the entire volume, right? So if you look at it inside of the formula, though, we're just doubling the height of our stack of pancakes. The only thing we changed from our original formula, the base times the height, the pancake times the how many are in the stack, is we're just multiplying something by 2, okay? So basically the height of 5 became a height of 10, and we get our updated answer. Now the last part of the question is the trickiest part. It says, okay, well, what if we tripled the dimensions of the base? Okay, we're not changing the height or how many are in our stack, so it's a little bit more complicated. You have to go back to the base, okay, back when we were doing area of that flat triangle pancake. And on there, again, it was 1/2 base times height, right? So if we were going to triple the dimensions, the base and the height, those are our dimensions, okay? So the base was 8, so we would triple that, and then the height was 6.298 that we discovered through Pythagorean theorem. So we would multiply that by 3. And together, the change would be multiplying by 9. Okay, because we're not changing 1/2. That's just part of the formula for the area of a triangle. So 1/2 base got tripled, height got tripled. So the change now is that we're multiplying by 3 times 3. So when we triple the dimensions of the base, we get 9 times the volume of the original shape. So if you go back into your calculator and put this number in and divide by 9, you'll get the answer that we had before, the 27.712. And hopefully that helps.